Production funding and educational outreach for BIZKIDS is provided by a coalition of America's credit unions, where people are worth more than money. A complete list of individual credit union funders is available at wxxi.org.
Every day, America's credit unions help members with their financial needs, and with programs like Invest in America. It's only fitting that credit unions support BIZKIDS because financial education is what we do. Learn more at lovemycreditunion.org.
Master, I have a question. What is money?
Money is anything that can be traded. Money can be grain traded for milk, or money can be rocks or shells or paper.
I understand why grain has value. Why would rocks have value?
If people agree rocks are money, then they are money.
I think I understand. Master, allow me to pay for this week's lesson.
What, with this rock? Now I'm gonna need cash or a check, or Mom and Dad are here. I can do a credit card debit.
When making money is the aim, these kids, they bring their game. They're the BIZKIDS.
Can you dig it?
They know what's up and let you know just how to make that dough. They're the BIZKIDs. So learn a little more by bringing money through the door. They're the BIZKIDs.
Right on. Brought to you by money. It's what buys dinner.
Money can be anything.
That's kind of a weird statement. Money can be anything.
Throughout human history, you'd be amazed at what things have been agreed upon as money.
Silver and gold are the first things that come to mind, but check this out. Shells.
Salt.
Even rocks were used as money in the past.
So what's the most common form of money today?
Coins?
Nope.
Paper?
Paper money is being phased out. What's taking its place?
Ones and zeros.
Digital money.
It flows into your account through direct deposits.
And flows out where you want it to go.
Digital money is being used more than any other form of money right now.
You want to buy a movie ticket? Done. Want to download a song? Bam. Want groceries delivered to your door? Click.
Money is now invisible, but it's there, flowing through networks all over the world.
But who decides the value of money?
What happens when the money in one country has a different value than the money in other countries?
What happens when the values change and change again?
That's a lot of questions.
But one thing is for sure.
Money can be anything, and anything can be money.
I'm Alex, and I'm a host on BIZKIDS, but I'm also a member of the Yale Alley Cats. Hey, BIZKIDS! The Yale Alley Cats are a group of 14 undergraduate students from Yale University that happen to sing and use our singing to travel the world. We've been all over the world. Vietnam, Poland, Norway. When we get in touch with a school or an organization that we're going to visit, we'll say, we'd love to come perform for your school, but we do have this fee.
We take care to normally base our honorariums in US dollars, whether or not we actually get paid in that. Whenever we're abroad, if we're going to get paid in a certain currency, we make sure that the currency we're being paid for is the equivalent US dollars.
One of the major factors we consider when we sit down in April to decide where we're going to travel internationally is the strength of the international economies of the countries that we're considering.
The value of money can go up and down depending on a country's economy.
Last summer we visited Norway, and because the Norwegian kroner is a particularly strong currency, we chose to be paid in kroner because sometimes if it's a particularly good day for the exchange rates, if you exchange to US dollars, you might actually make a bit more money than you would have otherwise.
Changes in exchange rate affected our group in a couple of different ways.
When we're booking our concerts, we'll make sure that we receive the honorarium in the stronger currency. But as an individual, it can sometimes be pretty difficult. For example, just to go out and eat. The cost of a sandwich in Norway is maybe 3 times as much as it is here in the States. You know, if you're walking down the street and you're thirsty, you want to buy a bottle of water, it's like, you know, almost $8 or $10 just for a bottle of water. We're getting hit pretty hard by this very strong Norwegian currency.
Your ability to purchase the products or services you want depends on the value of your currency against the value of another country's currency.
Fluctuating exchange rates.
In Vietnam, I believe the exchange rate at the time was $1 US was worth 17,000 Vietnamese dong. So just the amount of cash that we had to carry around, 10,000s and 100,000s and 500,000 bills. 10,000 dong would have gotten us, well, not very much. It's not even $1.
Hey, BizKid, the value of money can go up and down depending on a country's economy.
I think it's amazing how the value of money changes all the time, all over the world.
Yeah, and not just the value of currency. I mean, anything can be money. Gold, silver, blackberries, orange juice.
That's true. I wonder if popcorn could ever be considered money.
Well, sure, if it can be traded on the world market like oil, yeah.
So maybe I should start hoarding popcorn in the corner of the market.
Wait a minute, I made that.
Yeah,
so
but I'm eating it, so.
I put it in the microwave, Caitlin.
Yeah, I understand
so
that, but you burnt it a little bit, so.
Well, you're still eating it and you still want to hoard it?
Marjorie, show us what you got.
Well, I found this coin at the laundromat a couple weeks ago, but I can't for the life of me figure out what it is. You see this guy with the 4 arms and legs? It's gotta be that Mona Lisa guy.
Da Vinci?
Yeah, I figure it's like 800 years old or so.
Well, Marjorie, you're a few hundred years off the mark. What you have here is an Italian €1 piece. The interesting thing about the euro is that it's tied to many European countries. Marjorie, do you have any idea what the value of it is?
Not a clue.
Well, currently, it's $1.30 US. But that changes all the time.
I can't even do 1 load of laundry with that. $1.30.
But thanks for coming down to the Currency Roadshow.
I'm Capitalist Peg, and I know money travels around the world in ones and zeros. Speaking of zeros...
Guten Tag, Peg.
My assistant, Brian. Brian, what's up?
I'm starting a new division for you, shipping overseas. But some guy wants to pay in hot dogs.
Hot dogs? What are you talking about?
Yeah, he wants to pay in Swiss francs. I don't even know Swiss francs.
Brian!
Choose one.
What?
Pick one of the pieces of paper.
Well, this one, it's money.
Hold on. They're both still pieces of paper. You can't eat them, you can't put them in your gas tank and drive down the street.
Well, true, I can't do anything with a blank piece of paper, but with this one, I could do all those things.
You really believe that?
Well, yeah, it's money.
Right. It's money because everyone agrees it is. People can use whatever they want as forms of currency as long as they agree that it has the same value. So, do you agree this is 20 American dollars?
I do.
So does everybody else in the world. That's what makes it money.
Okay, well, I've got some money. I've got 20 Australian dollars. Do you agree?
Sure do.
Okay, do you want to trade?
No. Even though I agree it's money, all currencies have different values. So, this $20 bill is a little bit less valuable than this one right now.
Well, who agrees with that?
Everyone.
Well, let's check the exchange rate. Oh. Oh, so now you want it?
Yeah.
You know I can't play it. Good day, mate. I'm David, and I own South Claw Express. I started the company because of the product. We buy from Didgeridoo. We're the distributor for the U.S. It's loading. They come out with a few new products every year. Dog walker carry-all, portable water bowl for the dog. This is the wallet. Come here, go. For the dog coats, we sell mainly the smalls. I've learned a lot from running the company about exchange rates. We buy the products in Aussie dollars. When I was 12, we were making so much money because the currency conversion was in our favor. Exchange rates go up, then they go down. That one went down. Of course, the currency conversion rates changed a lot. When we started, it was about 74 cents Australian for every US dollar. Now it's $1.01 for every US dollar. That means we're losing money in the exchange instead of gaining it. The profit goes down if the exchange rate goes into the favor of the Aussie dollar. With the exchange rate not in our favor, we've had to work harder to get the same level of profit. Since we started, a dollar only buys 65% of what it used to. Now we have to try to sell more product. Vegemite, 7 Australian dollars, 7 US. Not worth it.
I had a thought today. In the future, there will be many kinds of money, and it will travel around the world, even though it's flat.
Yeah. Go get us a saber tooth for dinner.
Now that we all agree this is money, who decides what it's worth?
Every modern country has a central bank that sets the value of their currency.
There's the Bank of England,
People's Bank of China,
Reserve Bank of Australia.
In America, it's called the Federal Reserve.
It's right there on the currency.
They are further identified by a legend at the top of the face of the note, reading Federal Reserve Note, regardless of the denomination of the note.
These central banks set the value of their country's currency,
which is then traded on the world's foreign exchange markets.
because currency is a tradable commodity.
In foreign exchange markets all around the world, currency traders buy and sell dollars,
Rupees,
yen,
pesos,
Euros,
just like they were apples and oranges.
The value goes up and down every few seconds based on several things.
including how strong the country's economy is,
The country's debt,
budget policies,
natural resources like oil and coal,
and stability of the government.
but in real simple terms, it's about supply and demand.
992, 993, 994, 995, 996, 997, 998, 999, 1,000. This is it? Collections were a little light, boss. There's supposed to be $2,000 here.
But boss, I did everything you said. I shook him up. We just came up a little short. Honestly, I'll pay you back. I promise. Just don't hoit me.
Listen, Carlo, you're my son. And so, for you, and only once, I'm changing the value of that cash to $2,000. Wait a minute. You can't do that. Excuse me? Can't do what?
You can't just change the value of the money.
And why not?
because the value of currency is set by the central banks, then allowed to fluctuate through the world's financial markets.
Currency can be worth more or less, dependent on a country's economic and political structure, natural resources, interest rates, military strength. It's very complicated.
Listen, we agree this is money, correct?
Sure thing, boss.
And around here, I'm the central bank, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay then, I'm changing the value of this $1,000 to $2,000. Bada bing, bada bing, boom, it's done. Now come here and collect your wages. I've doubled your salary.
Whoa, Tim, that looks like a lot of money.
Yeah, thanks. I found it in my granddad's attic. Must be worth a fortune, right?
Well, Tim, this is an awful lot of cash. But unfortunately, this wheelbarrow is worth more than the cash itself.
But there's like a million trillion bills in here.
It's a lot of paper. You're right. What you have here are Weimar marks from Germany. After World War I, German money became worthless, causing hyperinflation. People needed a wheelbarrow of cash just to buy a loaf of bread.
So I brought this down here for nothing.
I'm afraid so, Tim.
My mom is going to kill me.
Hey BIZKID, ارزش پول هر روز فرق میکنه.
What?
Hi, my name is Maziar and I live in this fraternity. And I export electronics to Dubai. I export all kinds of products. Blackberries, iPods, office products for both Mac and Windows. 90–95% of the time they get exported to Dubai, which is a central hub for the Middle East, basically. This is United Arab Emirates, and this is where I export most of my stuff to. This is Iran, and this is where my family's from. Knowing that culture and being from the area has definitely helped me be successful in this business. This is my company's website. The name of the company is NeoAce. It started out small, but right now it's gotten to the point where I have employees and a warehouse. We have 2 different warehouses where we ship our goods from, and this is kind of our overflow area. I'm glad I have employees to do this kind of stuff. In the United Arab Emirates, a form of currency is the dirham. What's up, guys? When the US dollar is strong against the dirham, it's definitely in my favor, and there are months at a time when the US dollar is stronger against the dirham, versus there's months at a time where the dirham's against the US dollar. So if the US dollar is stronger, it's in my favor to ship at those times, because at those times, the same products that I'm selling, I could get maybe up to $1 or $2 more per product. And when it comes to the larger picture of shipping thousands and thousands of units of a certain product, That definitely comes out in my favor because I end up making more money. It's a good thing I don't make a living playing pool. So this graph right here shows the conversion rate between the US dollar and the United Arab Emirates dirham. My clients do wait for the troughs right here. That's when they get a better price. That's when the conversion rate is in their favor and their order becomes cheaper when they send me money during those times. Exchange rate could be impacted by many different things. Politics, huge influx of product into a market. It could be impacted by other exchange rates in the same region going up and down. It fluctuates. We could wake up tomorrow and it could be, down to $2, or we could wake up tomorrow, it could be up to $4. Because of the diversity of the people that come into Dubai, they'll accept any kind of currency. That is unusual, because if you go to the 7-Eleven here, you can't pay with the rial or the dirham or the yen. If you're in the business of importing or exporting any kind of goods, you'll always be affected by the exchange rate because you're always dealing with another country and another form of currency. There we go. Ready for Dubai.
I spent the weekend over in Assyria, and let me tell you, the exchange rate was killing me.
Yeah, Mesopotamia is always expensive. If you want to get more for your money, I say try Nubia. The exchange rate there is awesome.
I've heard that. I also heard that the food is fantastic, and they love tourists. Oh, my hand.
For centuries, tourists have enjoyed traveling to countries in search of the best exchange rates. Money can be anything, and the value changes all the time. Sometimes our money may be up against another country's currency. Other times it's down. If you're a smart tourist, pick a country where you can get the most for your money. Me, it's a tropical island.
Oh, that outfit's gonna give me a headache.
I was hoping it would inspire me to decide where to go for spring break.
Oh, somewhere where people are colorblind.
No. I was thinking like Jamaica or Costa Rica or Mexico.
Oh, well, all these great countries, but which one has the best exchange rate?
What? I just want to hit the beach.
Well, if you're on a budget, if you go to the country with the best exchange rate, you can make your money go farther.
Well, I'm gonna have to exchange my money wherever I go, so,
So if you go to a country where you can get the most local currency for your money, you can buy more food, better hotel rooms, souvenirs for friends.
So the better the exchange rate, the more clothes I could buy.
Well, technically, yes.
Now you're talking. I'm gonna go research the best exchange rate.
Oh, well, you better exchange that outfit first.
Take your partner and let's sing along. The value of world currency goes up and down, just like your dancers bounce around. Alaman lift and no side door.
The value of currencies around the world is always changing.
In one country, the economy is surging and the money is strong. In another country, the money is weak because maybe the economy is struggling.
So how does this affect us?
Virtually all countries must buy and sell things to survive on this planet.
Things like airplanes from the United States.
Oil from Saudi Arabia.
Cars from Korea.
Vanilla from Mexico.
All that stuff from China.
If a country's currency is really strong, it's expensive to buy goods from that country if your own currency is really weak.
Values of currencies go up and down, in many cases by the minute, usually depending on the world demand.
And this makes the cost of products go up and down.
Like produce from Israel.
Perfume from Paris.
Chocolate from Belgium.
Chocolate from Switzerland.
Chocolate from Denmark.
Okay, I'll buy chocolate.
Sorry, bud. The price just went up because the dollar's down.
Well, it comes to chocolate. I don't care how much it costs. That's value.
Hej, BIZKIDS! Rate od para utiču na sav narod. The foreign exchange rates affect everyone. When I migrated here in 2002, and Nina migrated here in 2000 from Bosnia, we easily picked up the English language because we were so young, but our parents and our relatives who were older had a harder time. Ma nije to veliki problem. So we wanted to help our family and friends by fixing computers, which was already a hobby of ours. The Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship program helped us start our business.
BIZKIDS is a software computer repair service.
We actually handed out a survey among the Bosnian members, and they found that the price that we charge, which is $40 for 2 hours, very reasonable. Since we already own most of our equipment, we have a relatively low cost of operation, which allows us to create a bigger profit. So what we do is every month we set aside $100, $200, $300.
So 70% goes to BIZKIDS, and then 30% we set aside to send to family in Bosnia. When we send money back to our families in Bosnia, we pay attention to the exchange rate. Changes in the exchange rate affect our families back home in Bosnia.
In Bosnia, the primary currency is the convertible mark.
The highest currency peak of the convertible mark, $100 would be around 165 convertible marks. A bottle of soda here would be $2, and maybe it would be 3 convertible marks over there.
Here we get 5 for $10. However, in Bosnia, we can get 20 for 10 convertible marks.
With $10 here, you may be able to buy a meal at your local fast food restaurant, but in Bosnia, you can buy enough groceries at the local store to feed your family for a few days.
Rate od para utiču na sav narod. Foreign exchange rates affect everyone.
Rexella, it is time to discuss our recent business setback. Initiate verbal business discourse.
Verbal business discourse initiated.
Rexella, has something grounded production on our enslavement laser?
Yes, Neros. We cannot purchase ononium from the Earthlings because we have no Earth money.
Observatron, contact Anonium representative on Earth.
Bob Zanonium, how may I help you?
Yes, silly human. We are small space business owners who require Anonium for the production of our enslavement laser.
Well, what kind of money you got? US dollars? Euros? Gold? Silver? Negotiable bonds? No, stupid human. Well, what do you got then?
Niptonian facial mud.
Nah, I got plenty of that. Thank you, gentlemen.
Wait, silly human. You do not understand what this mud can do.
Listen, if that's all you have to offer, I'm sorry, I just can't accept that. Stop, ignorant human! We do have a few of these Niptorian Stralops. Oh, now you're talking. The exchange rate's really good for you guys right now, too. It's about $10,000 for 1 Shrelod.
Well, that would be $300 million. Plenty to finish our project. Thank you, Bob.
Pleasure doing business with you. Now we can finish our enslavement laser. Who should we test it on?
Do the humans.
Elise, what have you brought in for us today?
This.
A 27-pound gold bar? How did you come about owning this?
Well, it's been in my family for years, and my brother and I used to play Smash the Watermelon with it.
With this, you can buy any currency in the world.
But what is it worth?
That changes by the minute.
What do you mean?
Well, right now, it's approximately worth...
You're kidding! I've been using it as a doorstop.
Talking on detective!
Oh, Hava Puppy. At your service.
The cost of fuel for my propeller keeps going up. It's getting really expensive and I don't know why.
Well, think of oil as money and it has value.
Oil is money?
Yes, and it simply takes more of our currency to exchange for oil. And I'm afraid the price won't be coming down, Hava Puppy.
Hey, BIZKIDS.
What?
Check out these cool coins. Hi, I'm David. I help people figure out the value of their money. The name of my company is Cool Cash Coins. Cool Cash Coins, Cool Cash Coins, Cool Cash Coins. I started collecting when I was about 13 years old. This is my personal coin collection. This coin here is a 1922 peace dollar. It's an uncirculated coin, so a piece like this is probably worth around $30 right now. So slide all the bars around. So which bar do you think the silver coin is underneath? There it is.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you have a coin collection here. Cool Cash Coins helps collection owners or people who have inherited collections evaluate them and then sell them. The most valuable coin collection I've ever appraised is worth over $50,000. This is an 1829 silver half dollar. A coin appraisal is when you evaluate either an individual coin or a collection of coins and determine their true market value. When I go to do an appraisal, usually I know right off the bat the percentage of gold or silver in each coin. Many of the coins that I've looked at actually don't have gold or silver in them, and that's where the value of the coin is almost completely based on what we call collector's value. So how many were minted, what's the condition of the coin, things like that. The amount of gold and silver in a coin can help determine that coin's value. piece like this, I'm gonna have to check the book. If you were to sell this, it'd probably go for around $150 to $200. What makes a coin valuable is probably the fact that people are just willing to buy and sell them. They also do have precious metal in them oftentimes. They also do have an historical value, a scarcity value. Hey, would you guys like a chocolate coin? Thanks. Sure, awesome, thanks. Throughout history, gold and silver have been used as the basis for money. I mean, it used to be with coins, especially, they would be backed by gold and silver. So like your coin would actually be made of gold. Your silver would actually be made of silver because we were on the gold standard. Now a lot of times the value of money is, of course, is relative. So for example, our economy would have failed. This is just a gold coin. It's not going to necessarily get you anything unless we accept it.
How much would this be worth?
This is actually not really worth anything. It's a fake chocolate gold.
Really?
Yeah, this is how I'd appraise something like this. Yeah, it's chocolate. Coins are definitely a great investment in the long term. Go back 50 years, go back 60 years, go back 20 years, coins have almost always gone up in price. Coins are cool cash, BizKid.
You can't make money unless you know math. It's money math.
So, BizKid, you're on vacation in Mexico. You have $100 US left to buy souvenirs, but no app to help you with the exchange rate. So what do? Well, you gotta figure out the exchange rate for that day. Let's say $1 US equals 12 pesos, so you do the math.
It's money math.
So I see you have one of them rare sculpture things in your hand. I'll give you $1 US for it.
No.
$1 million?
Okay. So, money can be anything.
This can be money.
This can be money.
This can be money.
Even this can be money.
The main point about money is that people have to agree on its value.
Even if that value changes.
Which is pretty much guaranteed to happen.
Well, if we've agreed that even paper can be money, then I'd like to buy your car with this $100 trillion Zimbabwean note.
I'm sorry, Austin, but I'm pretty sure that money is worthless.
But it has rocks on it.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down. Changes up and down.
Value,
up and down.
value,
up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes 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 up and down.
Currency.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down.
Currency.
Value.
Changes up and down. Changes up and down.
Value.
Need some more bites of this? Check out our website. If you have your own business, we'd love to hear about it. Plus, we have resources that can help you. Just click on BizKids.com and let's get down to business. Some BizKids business.
Production funding and educational outreach for BizKids is provided by a coalition of America's credit unions, where people are worth more than money. A complete list of individual credit union funders is available at wxxi.org.
Every day, America's credit unions help members with their financial needs and with programs like Invest in America. It's only fitting that credit unions support BizKids because financial education is what we do. Learn more at lovemycreditunion.org.